I have started it. I have forgotten to switch on the button. Oh, I'm sorry. So for those who is going to watch this show in the recorded version, so we took the thick cardboard, then we applied the thick gesso. You need to wait until it dries. Then I applied a very beautiful color of the paint. It looks like blue or gray at the moment, but it is a very beautiful color, and it is called mint julep. We have we had a conversation that it looks like malachite, I don't know still how to pronounce it correctly. It's like a precious stone. It's the dimensional thick paint by Art Anthology, and I have applied it using my palette knife, and I put some paint, and some parts are left uncovered with the gesso, also with the paint, and I dried it. Though this paint dries very fast, just 1-2 minutes, and you have a dry surface. And our next step is we need to take the light or any paste you have. It can be a texture paste, but I chose the light paste by Art Basics by Prima because it is really light. It's even light in the bottle, and it dries almost also fast. Not so fast as the super heavy gesso or the Art Anthology paint, but anyway, it dries quite quickly. And again, you need to take your palette knife or a plastic card if you have it, and you need to cover again not the whole surface, but almost 80-75% of the cardboard you have, and pay attention to the edges of it. You need to take the excess and spread it over the entire surface. So because it's not so very white, it looks white in the jar, but while applying it, you see that it's opaque, but while applying it, it's a bit translucent, and now it's not very easy for you to see the difference because we have put the gesso before and then the paint, but please believe me, it's more transparent than the ordinary paste. I have prepared another sample for you, and I have already applied the gesso. I skipped the step with the paint, and after that I applied the this light paste, and the only white color you see, I will try to show you. These are the areas covered with the gesso, and you see how this one is not so very white because it's covered with this light paste, and it's like an opaque feeling, but no very much of the white color. Okay, Okay, so again, you can take the heat tool and dry it, or in my case I will put it aside because I have already prepared this sample. And let's try another technique without applying the paint between the layers, between gesso and the texture paste. So there are two options. You may apply gesso, then the paint, and then the texture paste, or you can apply gesso, the texture paste, and only after that you can play with your paint or any color. Okay, so I think that I want to try not the green one because I have already tried it on this card, but I would take one more beautiful color from this dimensional range of paints, and it's again Art Anthology. It cannot focus very well, so you need to believe me. And Mardi Gras, it is the color. It is very deep purple, I would say, and I would like to try it. This is, you see on the bottle cup, the true color of it, but again it's 10 p.m. there, and it's quite dark, and because of the electric so okay, it's not the daylight, and the true colors are quite different, and as you can see it right now, it's really dark, but keep in mind then that these paints are quite are transparent, and they have no full coverage, and it's really great for our for my idea, I would say. So you see, I'm spreading it, and because the paste, the texture paste, has already dried, so the color is kept on those parts where the texture paste is how to explain it correctly. So on the top of the texture paste areas covered with the texture paste. So you see, it's absolutely different when you are applying the paint on the gesso, and when you are applying the paint on the texture paste. So these strokes are due because these are the layers of the texture paste, and I cannot apply it. I still can, but it's quite hard to put it between the I'm still trying to find the correct word, how to explain it. Between the layers of the texture paste, I would say so. Sorry. So this is the difference. When you're applying it on the gesso layer, it looks more like smooth, and when you apply it on the texture paste, it's more like rustic, I would say. Okay, so I spread it, and again now we need to dry it. And keep in mind that this paint dries also quite fast, but for more smooth look, I would use my finger and just spread some color between the texture paste areas, and you see it's like an embossed surface, and the paint is layered quite differently. It is on these areas it is more smoothed, on these ones is not so, so you can vary it depending on what you want to reach. Okay, and if you feel that you have applied yes, thank you, Rika, it's modern art. If you feel that you have applied too much of the paint and you don't like it, first we will cover it with another layer of the paint, or you can take again baby wipe, and you see, due to the gesso and the texture paste too, you can still remove the excess and it looks more light, not so very bright and dark. Okay, I think I need to take another baby wipe. And you see, I want some of the parts to look more with white splashes or white areas. So it's okay for me. So while applying the gesso, the texture paste and the paint, you need to keep in mind that you don't need to have a full coverage. You need to variate and regulate the application of your mediums, and especially it's very important for the paint. And you see, this paint has some, I would say, shimmery effect, and it's not like a glitter, but I'm not sure you can see it very well, but it changes the color, and it has some maybe golden shimmering, and the color changes depending on the light. Yes, baby art is a perfect tool for us. And you see, I can take the excess I have removed from this cardboard, and while it is still, the baby wipe is still wet, you can make some wiping on this cardboard too, because the texture paste is not dried perfectly at the moment, and I need to take again my heat tool, because for a perfect result you need to dry each layer completely. So let's check it. Yes, it has dried, and we can apply another layers. And I have told you at the beginning of the show that I want to try two colors. So one part of the my cardboard is going to be only green, and on the other part I'm going to test one more color. It is purple. So in case not to mix them, I will cut it in half, and I'm going to use one for only one color and the other for some more, because it is quite thick. Not all the trimmers can work with this thick cardboard well, so I'm using my knife. Okay. You see the sizes are different. So this one is going to be used for one card and this one for another card, because they are of the different sizes. So at this stage I will keep this away, and for this I'm going to apply the purple. And again, you can use your palette knife or you can use your finger, and I would say that it's better to even let's try to take the brush. You see, it's not so very smooth. And because of the texture we have due to the texture paste, not sure that you can see it very well, but these are the texture dimensional parts, and the paint hold it there quite well. Hold it, not hold it, is held, I'm sorry. Someone told me that at the beginning of the show about my good English, so you see it's not so very good. I'm still making so many grammar mistakes, because I think that grammar is the most difficult for the foreigners, and I guess it is for all the languages. Let's ask Rika about her grammar. Is it easy for you to speak without any grammar mistakes? Okay. So these are the colors. So I mixed purple and mint green together, and it's okay that they are quite different, because we will cover them with one more paint. I guess that grammar is really an issue for everyone, especially when your own language, when your native language has absolutely different grammar rules, and especially for Russian and for English, they are absolutely different. And for instance, to have three forms of the verb, there is not such so in Russian you don't have such form verbs, but you have more than three. You have I don't even tell you how many of them at the moment because I have left school so many years, and I need now to repeat it with my daughter because she has grammar classes in the school. So, but it's really difficult, and it's an issue for me, and it is always makes me feel blush when I cannot find the correct word, or I'm using the incorrect form of the verb because I still hear the voice of my teacher who told us you need to learn it, you need to learn it. Whew. I'm just reading what you have wrote at the chat. Okay. Yes. You're right, ladies. So, do you remember that I didn't write with the heat tool? And you see that the paint has already dried quite fast. This was dried with the heat tool, but I haven't applied none of the purple color there. And for this sample I combined two colors of the paint, and we will check what variant is the best one. Rika, what are those three words that you know in Russian? Thank you, Julian. Thank you for my English. Okay. I have forgotten what I really need to do next. Oh, yes. What we are going to do next is that we need to make I cannot remember this word. So we need to make the imitation of the wooden background. So I need to cut my cardboard onto the stripes. Again, I cannot remember how to pronounce the words correctly. And in Russian we have the measurements in centimeters, so it doesn't really matter for you to cut this cardboard into the strips precisely. It's I'm doing it not measuring, but try to be more precise in doing them of the same size. I would say that in centimeters it is about 1.5 centimeters. So I guess that in inches it is about, I really don't know how it is, how many it is, but I will check them, okay, ladies, because I'm not sure about the, or I will ask Rika to help me and to check how many it is in inches 1.5 cm. If Rika helps me, I would appreciate it a lot, because I'm not very, I have already told you, I'm not very good in inches measurements. Okay, so I'm cutting it. And I would say that depending on the size of your card, how long or how wide it is, you can regulate the width of your boards. Half an inch, maybe. I'm not sure. But I have already told you, it is not really important. For instance, if you are using a cardboard, a cardstock as a base for your card, and if it is like this, it's better to use this size. If you are going to use the smaller piece of the cardboard, so you can make it more not so wide. They can be shorter, not shorter, narrow. Yes, they need to be more narrow. Yeah, thank you, Julian. My mat is only in centimeters, so that is why I cannot check it. It has only centimeters. I'm sorry, it's a European version. Okay, so I'm cutting it. So you see, I'm not make the precise measurements, but I'm doing it almost of the same size. I have also a paper cutter or paper trimmer, and it has centimeters and inches, and it's quite easy to check, but I don't have it on my hand at the moment. So that is why I asked Rika, and thank you that you have checked it for me. Okay, so this is the base for our wooden background, and we need to distress it. And before I go into to do it, I would like to show what we can do. One more is an option. So you see, you can cut it before the next layer of the paint, or you can apply one more paint layer. I am searching where is my paint. Okay, I will take one more acrylic paint. It's more liquid. I took it just I only like the color of it, as I wanted to create a more rustic and natural wooden look. That is why I took the brown, but you can experiment and take any other color. really. And I'm going to apply it. You see, before I have cut it, it seems that it has dried. So, and I'm taking again the bristles paint, still don't know how to pronounce it, and you see it's more liquid than the art anthology paint, and I'm going to cover almost the whole surface, just leaving some areas uncovered. You see, and it's very important that your brush is not wet. It needs to be dry, because if you put any water, and so your paint is going to be more liquid, and for this technique we really need a very rustic look, so everything is needed to be very dry and not smooth. Okay, so I'm covering it. And while applying it, pay attention that some of the areas are needed to be covered. I needed to have a full coverage, and the others just a small touches of the paint, but not the full coverage. Okay. Okay, and at this stage it is very important that it dried completely. So again, if you don't want to wait, you can take your heat tool, or if you are preparing those cardboards, for instance, in the evening, so you can wait for the whole night and then check in the morning, and I think that the result will be perfect. Okay, this is for this cardboard, and now I'm taking the other one, and again I'm covering it with the brush. It is not wet. And again, you see that those parts that are covered with the texture paste, they are like dimensional. I'm searching for the angle to show you better this, and the paint, it is holded by these textured areas, and it is still not so easy to cover the areas between it that are not covered with the texture paste, or even if they are not very dimensional. I'm not sure that you have guessed the idea I wanted to explain you, but maybe you can watch then the result and you can fix it. Thank you, Julian, that you see. I'm happy that you have noticed that. Okay. So this cardboard is not really natural, and it is not so very of a rustic style that I wanted to show you today, but I really wanted to experiment with the color. That is why I'm using it at the moment, and I really like purple, It is one of my favorite color. I mostly do not use quite usually the green. I only use it in winter because I have one a very beautiful. I have very beautiful earrings with the green, and one blouse dark green. But in other days I don't wear green because I think it's very difficult color for me. So thank you, Reika. Thank you, Julian. I'm so rude. I haven't asked if some of the Russian crafters are watching me. And I didn't tell them привет по-русски. Если кто-то смотрит меня, пожалуйста, отзовитесь, потому что я стала говорить только по-английски. So I talked I appealed to my Russian readers, not only my, but for Russian crafters, because I have started speaking only English, and it was not so very polite for me. But if someone is from Russia there, please type me hello. Okay, this is the cardboard, and it is going to be dried, and I'm not sure, but I want to show you that some of the areas they look like crackly, because it was the texture paste was applied more heavily on those areas, and you can get very distinctive crackly effect, and you can do some circle movements, and you can again take your baby wipe if you think that you have applied much of the paint and remove it, but keep in mind that you can smooth this first, and it won't be so rustic as if you want it to be. Yes, green is a difficult color, but I think that it has some magical feeling, the same as the purple, and the combination of the green and the purple, for me it's like some magical, though they are very difficult for me, especially deep purple. So I guess that the rock band Deep Purple has had such name because they wanted to appeal of some serious, maybe music or serious poetry. They have used a brayer. I think that if you use a brayer, yes, it will smooth, and it will get a more smoother application. But in this technique you need to get more rustic and distressed look. So for this case it's better to use the thick paints, not liquid, to use the palette knife, and to use the this kind of brush, bristles I'm sorry. Yes, velvet. You're right, Rika. the combination of deep purple and deep green, it's like really some velvet, a great feeling, I think. Okay, while I have been chatting with you, my paint has almost dried, but to be sure completely, I will use my heat tool again. So they are dried completely, and as for those that we have already cut before, I would suggest you, or I would suggest me, again, grammar mistakes. I would suggest you to apply just the brown paint, just not on all of them, but for instance just only on some of them, maybe 3 or maybe 2. Don't be afraid that I'm still talking as I'm on the class, and all of you are doing the same, and I'm not the only one. But I applied the brown paint on the strips, and you see that it is not a full coverage, but it is almost a full. But then we will use a distressing tool to remove some of the parts, so it's okay. Okay, 3 of them are covered and 3 of them are not. I'm just only cleaning my brush. That is why I'm covering the pores too. Okay. And our next step is, as I have started with the green, I'm sorry it will take me more time to cut them, but I really like to cut just some parts of them just to show you what we are going to do, and you need to wait for it. I have already told you. I'm sorry that my cardboard is quite thick and my trimmer it cannot cut it well. That is why I'm using the knife. But if your trimmer is an excellent cutter, I think that you can cut it in it. For me, it's easier to do it with the knife. Okay. put this aside and take this. Not so very close to those fingers, it's okay. It seems that I'm moving the camera again. The ruler. So just a few of them because I want to show you what we need to do. Let's check the paint. It dried. Okay, it's great. So, not to make you confused, I will divide those that are longer with from those that are from the different cardboard. And at this stage, I need to take, I really don't know how to call it in English. It's a kind of distressing. It's like an abrasive. You can use any distressing tool you have. In my case, I'm using this one. So the function of it is to remove some of the paint, and we need to make the scratching. Sandpaper, thank you. Yes, it is the sandpaper, and it's better when it is more not very fine, but more not huge, but not fine. The medium sandpaper. So, and you need to take how it is pronounced in Hungarian, smirgli or smirgli. I guess that's smirgli. What a lovely word. Yes, it is really. Smirgli. I think that you are going to laugh because I will now type for you how it is called in Russian. It's very, very funny. It is pronounced like najdachka. It is like this, najdachka. It is in Russian for a sandpaper. Najdachka. It is in Russian. Smirgli. It is in Hungarian. Sandpaper. It is in English. What is a smigo? I also don't know what Rika is speaking about. So I'm taking this najdachka or sandpaper. What is this golem? Smigo, golem. I'm not aware of it at all. Okay, then I will Google it. Okay, and what you need to do is to remove some parts of the paper, of the paint. especially the brown one we have used. Are you left-handed, Rika? So you are doing this paper sanding. Oh, yes, I see now. Golden Smigo, that is. So you see that some of the parts are removed. And it gets the look of a rustic one. My hubby is left-handed too, Julian. But my kids are not left-handed, though we guessed that our daughter would be a left-handed. Okay, so quite simple, you see? Let's try the other one, this one. And also you can use the candle before sanding the sapphires. So after your paint has dried, you can scratch the candle on some parts, then cover it with the, in my case, brown paint, and after then you can sand it. And those parts that they have been covered with the candle, the brown paint will be removed, and you will get the initial, in this case, purple or the green color better. Yes, it has been left out in the weather for a quite time. It's a very simple but very cool technique, and you see that you can regulate the intensity of the colors, the intensity of the dimension and the texture using your texture paste. And again, I think that the kind of the gesture you use is very important, so I highly recommend you to use something super heavy or heavy. You need it needs to be very thick, really. So you need to scratch and sand it all over the boards, and especially very interesting how it's going to be cool on those that I have mixed two colors. Oh, Julian, you have made the crochet. I'm so impatient. I have started so many times doing it when I was a kid, a child, or even a teenager, and I haven't finished it every time. It's an issue for me, really. And especially that you taught someone who is left-handed. You are great. I think that you're a great teacher. So I'm removing the brown paint. So this is what we've got. When you're using a candle between the layers of applying the paint, the final layer of the paint, you can get more clear image of the initial paint. I need to clean my surface, sorry. And at this stage I'm going to take the distress ink and a blending tool, or for the greens I have mixed media inks by Clear Snap. Really like them also because they have more intense color than the distress ink. And this one, it looks it is called verdigris. It's very rich green. Someone has wrote awful. I thought that Julian told me that this color is awful. Yeah, yes, I see that. It's for another conversation. Okay, so I took brown, green, and the purple. So all the same colors as I have used with my paints. And I'm starting with the purple and working for those that have been covered only with the purple. So you need to distress and cover with the ink the edges of the boards. And again, paying attention to those textured areas, it's great to cover them, and they start looking more bright. You see? Oh, it's perfect. You see? How cool is this? Isn't it? All I have needed to do is just to put it more closely to you. Okay, I have told you about those textured parts and now you see them quite well. And while making the blending ink blending, you need to pay attention to the edges and to the to those textured parts. How stupid I was! I didn't know that all I need to do is just to put it more close to you. Sorry. Oh, yes, it is. Thank you, ladies. And let's try on the cardboard that has the green, the mint green and the purple. Again, I'm taking my blending tool, and you see those covered only with the gesso, it cannot focus on those parts that I prefer. No. Oh. So you can, if you feel that it is too white for you, you can cover it then with the inks. And again, especially the edges. It will look more natural if you use the if you distress the edges perfectly, and just if you want the textured parts and the others covered only with the paint. Oh yes, you see, it's almost like the really like a wood. Okay, and let's try the other colors. Let's try this one, Mardi Gras. Mardi Gras. Oh, sorry. We have used something, it was Mardi Gras. Ah, yes, it was this one. Purple Mardi Gras. And now I'm going to use verdigris. So many new words for me, but it reminds me mostly of the French. Yes, thank you, Rika. So I'm using the green. It's very, very bright, so be very accurate with this. You see? It cannot focus well. Yes, it is. So we can put on those parts that, for instance, your green is very dull for you, so you can put more of the bright green, and even on those parts covered with the purple, it's again gets a very vibrant look if you add in it and mix it. So when you have prepared all of your strips, it's very, very important to distress them. In that case, you will get more realistic look, as if it is the wood. For instance, this one is not a distressed one, and you see the difference. This one is not distressed. No. Oh, and this one is distressed. This one looks like a wooden board, and this one I wouldn't say. Yes, the more layers you applied, the more fantastic and unpredictable result you will get. And I think that you can have an evening just layering and inking just to get a very small cardboard background for your card, but the enjoyment and the joy, the enjoyment, some new word for me. and the therapeutic feeling when applying it. I think it's really great. Okay, this one for the green. So you see that you can combine very bright inks. I'm not sure that some pastels or light inks will work great on this technique, but I guess that you can try. And I would combine on this part two inks, brown and not violet, not purple, but green. Green and brown. So I'm taking another color. It's sparrow. Oh, it's okay. Oh, by the rack. Hairdresser. Okay. Thanks for joining me today. You can then get the recorded version. I guess that this color is not so very bright, but I cannot find the other one I have prepared. It was more dark, but okay. So I think that you have got the idea what I wanted to explain for you today. I thought that I would show you how to embellish the card, but I think that you have spent with me so much time. But if you wish, I can show you how to make a very fast embellishing. So this is brown ink and the green one. Oh yes, it is. So I can play all night long with these colors. Really great effect. I will try to do it more quickly because I really want to show you how to embellish the card and a very easy way how to glue them together. You're not going anywhere. Okay, thank you, Julian. Oh, I have found another ink. It is more dark. It is truffle. It was straight before me. Yes, you see? Truffle. Thank you, ladies. I'm glad that you have liked it. Let's try this one. You see, it's more dark and really distressed. Cool, you see? Absolutely like a natural wood, and it's not shimmering. The inks are smooth, and that is why while they are wet they change their color. I cannot stop inking and inking. Absolutely amazing. I think that I'm going to do it all night long. but I understand that you are waiting for the results. And for instance, for this one, I have covered it mostly with the green ink. And to make it look more natural, because you know there are no purple wood in the in real life. That is why you can smooth the green color, just adding more dark over the brown. I will take a photo for you tomorrow during the daylight, because it is absolutely beautiful, and I am really happy that I have tried those two very difficult colors, the green, the dark green, and the deep purple. And let's check tomorrow during the daylight how it looks in real life. Yes, it is almost midnight, but it's okay for me. It's okay, don't worry. I'm happy to be here with you. Though I had a very sleepless night before yesterday, I don't want to go to sleep because it's I highly recommend you to try this inking and this technique. Even if you don't have idea what card you are going to create, just adding and mixing the paints, so therapeutic, so relaxing. Okay. So our boards are ready. It is almost like wood, natural wood. And what we need to do next is to adhere them to the card base. So I'm taking the, where is my card base? Here it is. Oh, you are lucky. In Canada it is only 3:45 p.m. Rika, I think that we have 2 hours difference with you, and you are only about 9 p.m. Oh, don't pay attention. It was the wrong card, but okay. So what you need to do is to adhere it, and while adhering to your card base, so one more tip. It's cool when your edges are straight, but if some of them are not straight and not perfect, it is also okay, because we are preparing a very rustic card. So I will need to cut my card base later, but I want really to show you how to adhere it. Just a simple tip. I guess that you can do it yourself and you know about it, but I need to show you. So I'm using a very strong adhesive. It's a Russian glue. I would say that any strong adhesive that you're using and you're sure in it, it's better to use it. So while adhering, you need to keep a small area. It's about 1-2 millimeters in my measurement. I don't know how much it is in how many it is in many again, grammar mistakes. Yes, 1 hour apart. I thought that we have with Rika 2 hours. Oh yes, okay, 1 hour. So thank you, Rick, that you don't sleep. You don't sleep this night with two. And while adhering the second one, just leave 1 millimeter between. You see, not very close to one of each, but you need to keep a very narrow area. In that case, you will get a more natural look, and press firmly while adhering it. Yes, thank you. Thank you for the interest measurements. But now I don't know how to pronounce it. 1 and the 16th, I guess. I have never had a chance to pronounce it correctly. Okay. Very difficult for me it's very difficult when it comes to the numbers, really. I'm not very good at math and calculating. I'm not such kind of person, so I'm sorry, but I have announced it for those who is going to watch the show in the recorded version. I hope that they can get the idea. Thank you, ladies. Yes. No, it's not good. And because my cardboard is very thick, I need to apply a very thick layer of the adhesive and then just press very firmly. And it's better when you keep, as I have already mentioned, the holes between the boards. You see? This is the hole. Okay. I think that I won't not going to put all the boards on the base. I will cut the excess and will show you just some idea how you can embellish it. I have one uncovered, so there is the difference. Not sure that you will see it perfectly. This one I haven't inked it. It is only covered with the paint, but no distressing effect with the inking. You see? Ay. Yes, you're right. A nail width, I think it will be great. Because if you keep it more than a nail width, I'm not sure that it will get the natural look. these boards, they are covered with they are inked. I inked the edges and I inked the sapphires. Yes, you see the difference. Okay, this is what I wanted to show you. So if I put it there with no inking, it's very obvious that it is not inked. That is why I need to do it. But again, it's a tip for you and an option. So if you want to get a very realistic look, you need to make the inking. If you want to get only the two-toned or different colors effect, you don't need to make the inking. Okay, so the last one. I think that it's a good technique for making some Christmas presents. Not maybe the cards, but I'm going to create some notebook covers and to present them to my relatives. And nowadays the rustic style is very popular in Russia and in Belarus, and I guess that in Europe and the USA. So I think that if you make the such kind of a cover for your notebook, you can even buy it in $1 store, for instance, and then just cover the printed cover with your self-made wooden cardboard, and then just place only a picture or put some Christmas wreath. I think it will be a very good, very cool present. Altered Joe, I'm sorry, we don't. I don't know your name, so I also guess are we the friends on Facebook? But you're writing that you don't have Facebook. And what is your real name? Maybe you will share with us. Okay, I'm going to cut it. If someone repeats this technique on your Christmas projects, please share with me. You can find me on Facebook, and please tag me while posting your projects using such kind of the background. I really want to see what the result you get. John, nice to meet you, John. Okay, this is our base. So then you can take your another cardstock and you just adhere it. At this stage I'm only going to use some embellishments, some Christmas embellishments, maybe not very traditional one, but I like using the leaves. This is the leaves by Prima Flowers. They have launched them last winter, I guess. And these flowers, they're so perfect for Christmas projects too. Oh, thank you, John. And you see my initial card, it is more wide. This one is more narrow, but it's okay. You can regulate the amount of the embellishments you are using. And not recently, I have started again using my dies. I have bought my first die cutting machine about, I guess, 5 years, and it was kept without any job for ages, and now I have started using the dies again. No, Rika, it is paper lifting. my name is on Facebook is Elena Olinevich, as it is it was announced, because paper lifting it is Rika. I all the time I apply to her because I know that she can help me, and because she's doing live show almost. Thank you. I don't know what was to say. Leaf dice. This dice, or this one. Okay, I will explain everything. This one, it is the Christmas ornaments by Spellbinders. This one. And you see that they have the shape of the ornament, and also the and also this one, you see. And for the second part, and this. So maybe there are too many of them, but let's try. Oh, okay, John, I will then add you to the friend. Thank you. Those Spellbinders dies, they're brand new. They have launched them about maybe a month ago. Yes, they're a new one. Okay, so I need to place my leaves, white leaves by Prima, and I'm going to use where I have put it another strong adhesive I like very much. It is Dots by Scrapbook Adhesive, and you see quite an easy to use form. So you take this one, it is absolutely clear, you see. So you just put it on your embellishment. It is also have a 3D dimension, and it's very good adhesive, strong adhesive. So I place it onto the middle. I'm taking one more. I'm doing it like this. Now I need to take the ribbon. I have worked with the green one, so now I'm trying the lilac, the violet, lilac. It's not deep purple. Can you see that? It's not a silver. Okay. So I'm just making a very simple bow. It would be better to to use this staple for it, but I think that let's try the dots by scrapbook adhesive. I'm fixing it in the middle. Yes, it is lilac color. Also my favorite one. You see? And I'm fixing it in the middle of my card base. Now I'm going to... I have forgotten to take another adhesive. Okay, I'm just applying very accurate. But frankly speaking, you don't need to be very accurate with applying the glue, because you see there are the glue, the drops of the glue, but I'm going to use the glitter, so this is okay because everything will be hidden later. Again. Oh, sorry. So I fixed them, and I just need to find a place for them. I will hide this one there. Again, I'm using my strong adhesive. And I need to find a place for this one. So you see that the leaf is making a dimension. That is why I'm taking again the dots. It is the adhesive drop. It has a 3D dimensional effect, and it's very easy to put it instead of using the foam pads. Really love this product. Yes, Karen, you have already came back. Okay. You see, I'm trying to make some texture and dimension, so I'm using those dots. Oh, thank you, Karen. Okay. And I'm going to add the flowers, and between the flowers I'm going to add one more leaf. I think I will put it there. Again, I'm using the dots. It's quite easy while using the dots to keep the dimension. And you still can fix it as you like. And just to be maybe more fast, but not sure, it's easier to make it those two flowers, I need to separate them with something. So I'm taking I'm taking, okay, let's try to use maybe some lace. I have good night, Rika. Thank you for helping me today to do everything. You see, this is crochet. It was not me who did it. Anyway, it is very beautiful. It is handmade and I bought it from the Gulf. And I think that I'm going to add it there. Maybe it's too white, so I will cut the part of it. Thank you. Thank you, Jan. Maybe there. Yes, I think it's better. And I will hide the other flower there. So I think that is all for the embellishments, and all you need to do now is to create a more festive look. And in this case I'm going to add the glitter. Thank you, Rika, and good night. So just some final touches and we have almost finished. I'm always too long with making the cards and other projects. I'm paying too much attention to the details. That is my feature. I'm sorry. I don't know is it good or not, but 3D gloss gel, also by Prima Marketing. Very cool for many options. And I'm going to apply it on some areas of my embellishments, and it will work as an adhesive for the glitter. And also I need to hide those glue dots. Remember, I was not very accurate. And you can put it on the background too. You can apply it with the finger or with the brush or with any tool that you like. Also, it can work as a thank you, Julian. This 3 gel is also can be used as a strong adhesive too, but it needs more time to dry, but it can dry everything firmly. So I'm putting it over there and there, and even I will put more because I'm going to add not only the glitter, I'm going to add the flower soft, and I will show you. And don't forget about the background. Okay, I think that it's enough. So I'm taking my glass glitter by Prima Marketing. Art ingredients, really cool, really useful for your Christmas projects, but also you can use it all year round. And I'm just sprinkling it over my card. You can press on those parts to hold it, and then I'm just removing the excess. You see the shimmering and the glittering, and if you think that you have applied too much of it, so you just scratch it, and you see that the gel medium is now looks white, but when it dries it will be absolutely clear. So you will see only the glitter with no signs of the white. Okay. Okay. And the final touch is to add in this flower soft. I really like it. I'm using it quite rare, but I always each Christmas time I remember that I have a flower soft and I'm starting to use it like crazy. So I'm applying more of gel medium on the top of the embellishments and even on some other areas on the top of the glitter. And remember that when the gel medium dries, it's going to be transparent, so you don't need to be afraid of it. I have forgotten about the background. I didn't apply anything on it. And this is the flower soft I have. Oh, you see? Does anyone have it in their stuff? Absolutely amazing thing, especially for those who loves flowers, the florals motifs. This is how it looks. You see? It looks like the snow, but the colorful snow. And all you need to do is sprinkle it on the areas covered with the gel medium. In my case, 3 gel glossy. I also have some different colors, but I use it only on Christmas, frankly speaking. So now it's a good chance for you, Julian, to use it. So, and again, using your finger or a palette knife, spatula, just press a bit to fix it. And I am removing the excess. So this is the finished look. Tomorrow those white, where is it? Okay. Those white gel medium will become transparent, and it will be very beautiful, I hope. So this is my card for today. Thank you, ladies. I'm happy that you have liked it, that you have enjoyed it. It was a bit slowly, but I think that you get many ideas what you can do with your paints, with your inks, how to make a rusting feeling how to use your dyes, your glitter, and even the flower soft, and especially the ribbons. I love the ribbons so much. I'm trying to use them on each of my projects. And if you have any questions, I'm here to answer it. A very unusual card. Thank you, Julian. For me, the best compliment is to say that I have made something unusual, because it's an issue for me to be distinctive, and I'm happy that you have noticed it. If you have any questions, I'm open to answer it at the moment, or you can write me anytime on Facebook, send me a message, and I'm willing to help to everyone. And also you can sign for my YouTube channel. What else? I feel a bit tired because it is more than a midnight, and thank you for those who have joined me today. I hope that you will use these techniques on your Christmas projects, and I really suggest you to make some notebook covers with these wooden planks. And what else? Thank you for joining me today again. I will repeat every and each word. So I hope that this show is not the last one for me, and that you will join me on my next shows. And thank you, Karen. Thank you, Rika, for helping me. Thank you, ladies, that you were with me. And please share your projects if you repeat something there. Thank you, ladies. So I think that if you don't have questions, I'm going to say a goodbye. Come back soon. Okay, yes, I will come back, and I'm going to say you good night, because it is good night. It is midnight in my place. And one more time, my card. The wooden planks I didn't use. I'm going to create some. I need to show like this. I'm going to create some more projects, so you can check them on my Facebook page. And good night, everyone. Okay, I'm going to switch off, because my hubby, he is waiting for me when we are going to sleep, because we have to wake up in almost 6 hours. So I'm saying goodbye to everyone, and thank you. Good night.